Well, look, from a bit of Australian royalty with Prime Minister Howard to some British royalty, the Speaker of the House of Commons, Lindsay Hoyle. Firstly, a brief biographical note. I've met Lindsay Hoyle, a more unpretentious person and rugby league lover you would never meet. He's 63 years of age. He's been a Labor MP for 24 years. He became the Speaker of the House of Commons in November 2019, having served as Deputy Speaker to John Bercow for almost 10 years. His father was also a British politician and is now a life peer, the Right Honourable the Lord Hoyle. Lindsay Hoyle is an only child. As you'll hear from the accent, a proud Lancastrian. When he won the seat of Chorley, a town in Lancashire, 8 miles short of rugby league country Wigan, he was the first Labor MP to represent the constituency for 18 years. He's an honorary colonel of the 3rd Medical Regiment and a keen supporter of the armed forces. And as I said, he loves his rugby league, football, cricket and gardening. What you might say is almost an honorary Australian. However, and this is the point of all this, he is curating an exhibition for Commonwealth Day on March 8, which is next week, of MPs and staff with links to Commonwealth countries. He's already established that there are many people in the British Parliament with links to Australia. Commonwealth Day, you may not remember, is celebrated annually on the 2nd Monday of March, so it's next Monday. And Mr Speaker joins us. Mr Speaker, lovely to talk to you again.
Lovely to catch up with you again.
There's that accent. I love it. I love it. Commonwealth Day. I mean, the theme is delivering a common future, connecting, innovating and transforming in unity. How do you make that happen? How do you realise that goal?
Well, with the pandemic, life is always going to be difficult. But what it was about is we've got a very diverse House. We've got people who work within the House. We've got members of Parliament from different parts of the Commonwealth, no more so, as you say, from Australia. You know, the fact is that we've got Australian citizens who came over to the UK, decided to become British politicians, which is fantastic. It was about knowing their history, the role they played, you know, whether it's from Antipodean countries or whether it's from Africa or whatever. It was about a modern Commonwealth, bringing that together. How can we do that during a pandemic and how can we recognise it? So it was about flying the Commonwealth flag, bringing those stories together. The roots and the history of those people was so important to me. And I said, we can't let Commonwealth Day go without looking at a new Commonwealth, a modern Commonwealth, a diverse Commonwealth.
You've got a very prominent member of your own party there, whom I know very well, and I knew her family from Australia, Catherine West.
No more so than Catherine West, absolutely. Another great rugby league fan as well, Catherine. She's fantastic. And, I've had the privilege of being in the same party as Catherine. No, these are great politicians that came from Australia and bring something different. You know, That's the advantage, isn't it? Yes. We don't know everything as much as we think we do.
I tell you what surprised me, Mr Speaker. The Commonwealth has a population of 2.2 billion, but 60% of its population are under the age of 29. Few would know that, wouldn't they?
That's right. It is a very young Commonwealth, isn't it? And the fact is we've got to tap into that young generation. It's about working with them. It's about sharing experiences. It is about young people. It is about the future of the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth lies with them, but it's about a Commonwealth that's modern, something that we can take forward, something we can be proud of. It's one big family, as you say. It's a young family.
Wonderful. Monday. Now, look, before you go, Rugby League.
Yes.
Who's your Australian team? You're a Souths man, aren't you?
Well, I've got to be honest, it's Broncos. When my father was chairman at Warrington, he let Elfie Langer go back and play the State of Origin. And in fairness, they managed to win the State of Origin. We've got some great connections. We're expecting a lot of Warrington this season. I've got my tie on ready. You know, with great Australians. Blake Austin, I hope he's going to win it for Warrington this year. But I've got to say, I've got to go with it. If I'm going to pick a team in Australia, it's going to be Brisbane.
And one final thing. I mean, I know you love your cricket. Have you been called in to help the English cricket side in India? They need a few batsmen.
No, I got a call from the Australians to beat the New Zealanders. Just to say, you do know I must be the only English politician that's named after an Australian cricketer. My dad's mad about cricket. I was named after Lindsay. hence I'm called Lindsay. So really I've got that good footing. So I've got to say at the moment, I think we both need some support in our cricket. But we've got to look for better times for both of us.
It's wonderful to talk to you, wonderful to talk to you.
Lovely.
Lovely to catch up. Lindsay Hoyle, Mr Speaker, thank you for your time and good luck in the very onerous task that you have. And we'll talk again.
I hope so too. All the best to everybody in Oz.
There, isn't it lovely? There he is. That's the Speaker of the House of Commons, Lindsay Hoyle.